We are on the way to Gurgaon, but there is so much traffic. It's raining. How will we get the shots that I thought we would? Gurugram was once essentially a rural area, but today it is an industrial hub. But at what cost has this development happened?
We have practically lost almost all the water bodies in Gurugram. All. I would say 80% of them are gone.
ये है झील, पटाची।
इतना बड़ा डैम है पर रखता नहीं है।
सीवर वाला पानी है सब।
अच्छा।
बाकी जो पानी आगे चलता था ना, बहता था, वो सब सूख गया।
Hata Jheel is a classic example. That jheel is was about 300 acres big. आज की डेट में आप जाके देखिए whether out of those 300 acres how much of it is left over there.
आज से 15-20 साल पहले ये कि मैं यहाँ आता तो मुझे क्या दिखता सामने?
आप अगर 15-20 साल पहले आते
बारिश के मौसम में
तो इन दिनों में आते तो इसमें पानी पानी दिखाई देता। आप वहाँ कपड़े उतारते, इसमें डुबकी लगाते, ऐसे तैरते इसमें। हम खूब नहाए इसमें, खूब तैरे हम इसमें।
अब वहाँ पे नाला बना पड़े हैं, ऐसा नाला जो कि जैसे ऐसा लगता है कि 20 साल पुराना यहाँ पे नाले सड़ रहा है। ये स्थिति है फिलहाल अभी घाटागांव के डैम की।
कैसे लगता है आज आप इसकी हालत देख के?
आज तो बहुत बुरा लग रहा है सर, इसकी हालत देख के। आज तो बदबू मारे, इसमें इसके आसपास घूमा भी नहीं जाता।
This is not what you have in mind when you think about a lake. Unfortunately, the Ghata Lake is not the only water body that's struggling to survive in Gurugram. Just a few hundred meters away, there's another small water body that's begging to be saved. We're in Ghata and behind me is another water body, and I don't know what it was 10 or 20 years ago, to be honest, but right now it looks really bad. There is a big coconut in the middle of this whole water pond or whatever it is. Plastic bottles, plastic bags. It's just bad. Brace yourself, because things are about to get worse. While these two water bodies are struggling to survive, the next water body that I'll show you has ceased to exist. It is no more.
मैंने खुद यहाँ पानी देखा है.
Please correct me if I'm wrong. What you're saying is this sand and this mud, whatever we have on right now beneath our feet, this used to be a water body, and this is a water body.
It is a water body. We've got mapped from MCG, Municipal Corporation of Gurgaon, which clearly show the a demarcated patch which is of the water body, and it is called Khasra 85. Whole of Khasra 85, which is 8 acres, is a water body.
Okay.
Iski ownership is with the government, with Municipal Corporation and with the DC of Gurgaon.
Okay. So on my right there is a construction project going on. On my left there is a construction project going on. In front of me there is a construction project. And this side there are small rooms that have been constructed probably without anyone's permission. But why does any of this matter? What's the problem if lakes are getting polluted or dying down? Why can't we just celebrate the beauty of these big buildings touching the sky?
Unless you don't want to leave Gurugram and get out of here, you have to care about it. Gurugram is one of the most overexploited districts of Haryana in terms of groundwater table. There's hardly any groundwater left in Gurugram.
So today we are having both shortage of groundwater as well as flooding. People continue to draw water. The bow wells went all the way up to 200 feet and beyond. Remaining lakes that were there, the water bodies that would usually become the reservoir for taking extra water and then replenishing the underground water, also started getting smaller because the buildings started coming up around them or getting encroached. And not only are we getting lesser groundwater, but the water that gets collected does not have a place to flow or get absorbed in the ground. And therefore it comes on the streets and the buildings, and we are seeing more and more urban flooding that is happening.
Gurugram is losing its grip on groundwater, and every year its roads are becoming a national spectacle. We need these water bodies to replenish groundwater, and floodplains to absorb the impact of flooding. Floodplains refer to the area surrounding a water body. Let me show you another spectacle of Gurugram.
So we're still at Gwalpadi and the water body that you just saw at Khasra 85. वो खसरा 85 से उसका जो स्पिल ओवर होता था
तो क्या?
वो स्पिल ओवर इस स्टॉर्म वाटर चैनल से बहता हुआ आता था. तो ये स्टॉर्म वाटर चैनल जहाँ पे आज आपकी कितनी सारा कूड़ा मलबा, you know, construction material dumped in here, styrofoam plates and wrapping material dumped in over here by the adjoining builders and the adjoining shops which are right next to the nala. So all of that has been filled up and there's no water that is flowing further ahead. This storm water drain leads to Ghata G.
Okay.
But all of it is blocked here and also further ahead also वहाँ पे उसके ऊपर कुछ लोगों ने खेती और पान हाउसेस बना लिए हैं और खेती करते हैं. तो ये सारा storm water channel को उन्होंने खत्म कर दिया. बाकी क्या?
Okay. Also, does this mean that Ghata G will not get the water it was supposed to now? Because this water body is so polluted, it's hard for water to flow further. But why is all of this happening?
How do you kill a water body? It's not just by going and encroaching the water body itself. You can also finish a water body by finishing its catchment area.
Catchment area is an area that collects water and sends it to a water body.
The moment you cut off the catchment area, the water body automatically starts drying up. क्योंकि उसमें कोई पानी नहीं पहुंच रहा है. पानी नहीं पहुंचेगा तो वो सूखना शुरू हो जाएगी. जब वो सूखना शुरू हो जाएगी उसके अंदर लोग मिट्टी से भराई करना शुरू कर देंगे. जब मिट्टी से भराई होना शुरू हो जाएगा तो उसके ऊपर कमरे आ जाएंगे या प्लेग्राउंड आ जाएगा या मैरिज बैंक्वेट हॉल आ जाएगा या ऐसा कुछ रिलीजियस स्ट्रक्चर आ जाएगा.
We have seen a lot of urbanization taking place in Gurugram. Because of that, water bodies and the areas around, which is usually a public commons, gets encroached upon or gets built upon. The Ghata Lake was a British era water body. Now that is a thriving Sector 58 urban agglomeration of Gurugram.
इवेंचुअली यहाँ पे आपको और 50 ऐसे कमरे लेबरर्स के कमरे आ जाएंगे या कुछ लोकल्स इनक्रोच कर लेंगे और उनको किराए पे देने लग पड़ेंगे टू द laborers or maybe one of the builders only will encroach a bit. That's how most of the water bodies are lost here in Gurgaon. The catchment area of this water body has been cut off. यहाँ से जो overflow जाता था वो आगे storm water drain में जाता था and would go cross Gurgaon Faridabad road and end up in Ghata G.
Before we end the video, I just want to remind you that there are many such water bodies. Here's another one. I saw 5 in one single day. This is a pond in Gurugram and it's in really bad condition. You can see it from your own eyes. And just a little bit away from here is this huge residential building and a shopping complex nearby.